Hi, and welcome back to the product creation module. This is lesson 4, covers, previews, information pages, and credits pages. You've heard the phrase, don't judge a book by its cover. However, on TPT, your products are definitely judged by their cover. In fact, when a customer sees a cover, that's often the make it or break it moment. Are they going to dive deeper and investigate more in that product, or pass it up and keep scrolling? So today we're going to talk about how you can stop the scroll and get your covers to stand out. In today's lesson, we're going to go over brilliant covers, brilliant previews, and credits and information pages. Your cover and preview are very important. It is the first step in catching your customer's attention. So let's see how you can make sure your covers stand out. What does a brilliant cover include? First, you need to avoid my beginner mistakes. You don't want clip art on covers. You're not selling the clip art, you're selling your product. So you want a photo of your product in action. Don't use small font. No one will be able to read it. Too much writing. You want to make sure that the writing on your cover is minimal, but it's intentional and it is there for a reason. You don't want any hard to read fonts or messy backgrounds. You want to make sure that your cover stands out. In fact, busy borders need to go. If you're using borders on your covers, you need to stop now. So let's take a look at some of my earlier covers and critique why these covers are not okay for TPT. Number 1, these covers are not square. They do not take up the most space or real estate on TPT. Right now, the ideal size for a cover is a 1-to-1 ratio or a square. For these covers, I have some adorable clip art on them, but I'm not selling clip art. I don't want to sell that clip art. I want to sell my product. I want to sell my writing unit. I want to sell the lap book or the back to school activities. So I need to have pictures of those products in action on my cover. And I was in the right idea here, but these pictures are so teeny tiny, no one's going to be able to see that or even know what it is. Also, the fonts aren't big enough to read. So when someone's scrolling on TPT, they wouldn't be able to see these. In fact, this lap books is so thin that if it's not jumbo like this, it would be hard to see. Also, look at these messy backgrounds. This Halloween activity, it's all fun clip art, but it's so messy and busy. There's too much going on. Also, these frames are out and not attractive on covers. And then this solar system exploration packet, cute, but it doesn't sell my product. It's more selling the clip art. We want to make sure we're selling the product. And let me back up one here. For this cover here, I just put a bunch of the PNGs of the pages on here. That's really messy and sloppy. This is not how I want a cover to look. I don't even know what's included. And there's also too much writing that's hard to see and too tiny. Now, how can we avoid those covers and create brilliant ones? I want you to make sure you have a photo of your product. And if it's digital, then think of a way to showcase that digital product on the cover. Use easy to read fonts. Use your brand colors. Use large writing. And make it square. And that writing should also be in a brand font. And use your space wisely. Use up every square inch of that cover, because this is the real estate that people are going to see very first. This is how you're going to grab their attention for your product and resource. You want to also make sure your logo or name is on your cover. Here are some brilliant cover examples, and you can see how my style has changed and how I've grown. And now these are covers that stand out and showcase my products. I love this first week of school lesson plans. I have a picture that takes up a good amount of space, and then it's very simple, just first week of school lesson plans. You know exactly what it is. Both with the title and then with the picture, you can see some of what is included. And then I just have my name here as my logo. This is another product of mine. You can tell that they're all my products. I have a similar look and feel. I don't have a big bulky frame, but I did like my brand color frame around. This cover takes up the majority of the product with a picture. You can see here that I used a circle logo font, and then here, just like the first one, I have my name. Now on this product, I wanted to show that there was a digital option, so I put an iPad on there. But even though these colors are bright in the pictures, I was still able to use a brand font to match and make it bright and stand out. This is another branded cover where this color is my brand color, and to show that it was digital and only digital, I put one of the slides on a laptop and I tried to fill up that space as much as I could with that image. And then the words that are large, digital math, 5th grade, so that those who are scrolling, 5th grade teachers, see that and they know, oh, it's a digital math resource and it looks like it's a game. You can play it on the computer. Maybe they can project it on a screen. Code breakers. You can see that I have the large words and the large picture to showcase my resource. And then Christmas activity pack. Christmas. I want them to know that this is used during that holiday season. Look, you can tell that it's math and language arts. I have the math right there on the cover so you can see what's included. And then another fun cover, we have my print and play Valentine's Day math escape room. Again, a great picture to cover the whole page and to show that a digital option is included. So now that you have a brilliant cover, how do you create a brilliant preview? You just got your customer to click on your product because you made an amazing cover that had a great in-action photo. It included all your branding, colors, and fonts. Now, don't give up with the preview. Make sure that preview is just as amazing and just as brilliant. So what should you include with your preview? You should sample your product. You don't want to give it all away, but you want to show enough that your customer wants more. And you may want to include a lot of photos. If you can choose different photos of different pages to include in your preview, then you're not giving it all away because you're showing an in-action photo, but you're showing all the pages included in the product. You also might want to have a watermark. So maybe you want to include the entire page of one of the printables in the preview. Just put a little watermark over it so that people, if they were to print it off, can't use that page. And always secure it. I like to secure mine with Acrobat Adobe Pro, and I just secure it with a password so that in the preview, they also can't print it. So they can preview it, but they can't print it. So I like Acrobat Adobe Pro. You may want to consider using that if you don't already. And then use PNGs as a background to flatten it so that you can have different images in your preview, but they can't be lifted if for some reason your customer was able to figure out how to open that PDF. And then keep your preview 10 pages or less. This is important because, again, you don't want to give the whole product away, but you want to sample it enough that your customer wants to come back for more. So now I want to show you a preview I've created and why I like it. I love the photos in the preview because I think it still showcases the product really well. And I'm not giving my product away, but I'm showcasing what's included. And the teacher knows exactly what they're going to get. So I start with the preview cover, and it's a Christmas activity pack. You have the really engaging photo on the front. Then here's my first preview page. It's an entire photo for the whole page. And then you can see I also included the digital PNG in the corner too, so they can see what it looks like not filled in. Here's another page that's just a picture. Again, I love this format when you have a photo and then you can include the digital page too on it if you'd like. The photos just bring it more to life and show the teacher what it looks like when the page is completed and how the student will use it in the classroom. Now that we've gone over what a brilliant preview should look like, what other pages should you include in your product? You should have a credits page, a page that promotes your product and brand, an instruction page for teachers or multiple instruction pages, and a table of contents. Occasionally, a table of contents isn't needed, but it is nice to have on those products when it is needed. So what do these pages look like? This is a sample of my credits page. It's very simple. I have the font and clip artists included with a link to their stores, as well as my terms of use and a picture of my logo that links back to my store. Then this is a page that I also include that promotes my brand and other similar products that if they bought that product, they might like these products too. And there are all clickable links that teachers can click on the covers and find these products in my store. You might also consider including instruction pages. It's nice to include instruction pages on how to use a product. You might think that this product is very simple and easy to figure out, but it doesn't matter how simple or easy to figure out it is. There's always going to be a teacher that's going to have questions. So ask and answer every question you can in your instruction pages. Just another sample of an instruction page, but this is the digital version and how they will get to the digital link. Here's an example of a table of contents. They can click on these links to go directly to those pages. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson and learned a little bit more on how to make your covers and previews and other extra pages in your products more cohesive. You want to make sure that your covers are showstoppers and they get your customers to stop the scroll and look at your products. Start rebranding your covers if necessary and making them flow with your niche and your business.